Hi, this is Billy Joe. So, welcome to my channel. So, this pick a card reading is why are they silent? So, if you have a significant other or possibly a divine counterpart, a soulmate, a twin flame, someone who you're just in an intimate relationship with, and you haven't heard from them in a couple days, or maybe, maybe it's not, you don't feel like they've ghosted you. You just don't know why they're being silent. You're wanting to know what's going on with them. So I have 3 piles for you. Pile 1 is with the Anne Stokes Gothic Tarot. I don't have a box for it. Just looks like this, the back of it. Pile 2 is with the Deviant Moon Tarot. And pile 3 is with the Barbary Tarot. So, if you need more time to choose your pile, you can pause the video, meditate, use a pendulum, however it best works for you. As far as me, I just go with the one I'm first drawn to. So, without any further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. Okay, those of you who chose pile option number 1, let's see, why are they silent? So, from the Anne Stokes collection Gothic Tarot, we have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords has to do with, lots of times has to do with finding clarity, gaining new clarity. Aces always represent new beginnings. So, Swords has to do with communication, information, and clarity. So they're trying to gain new information and new clarity. We have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is down to earth, someone who's grounded, realistic. They do have a nurturing side, but they are very patient as well. Put this over here. Then we have the World. The World card represents a lot of times endings. And this is endings so that way a new cycle can begin and begin again with the Fool. Just because you get to, the treasure map, it starts at the Fool and ends at the X marks the spot, the treasure, which is the World. But once you get your treasure, what are you going to do with it? You just going to look at it? Or are you start a new cycle at the Fool? You decide what you're going to do with your treasure. So they're at this point, it's like they're at this crossroads, and they're trying to figure out, and because she has the timepiece, it just leads me to believe, they're trying to follow divine timing, what works best in their life, and trying to figure out what next step to take. Then we have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands often stands for taking a pause. It's not stopping. It's just taking a moment of reflection. Lots of people who recognize the twin flame journey, the Two of Wands oftentimes denotes either, for some people, twin flame soulmates. To me, the twin flame union card is the Four of Wands. So Two of Wands to me represents each individual flame. And possibly they're not in union yet, but to this connection, this person here that's silent is someone who is just taking a moment to reflect. Now, I have clarifiers. I used the Enchanted Map Oracle cards. I also used Oracles of Shadow and Light, Madame Endor's Fortune cards, and the Gilded Reverie Lornamond. I can't say that. I know, y'all always gotta have patience with me because I can't ever pronounce words correctly. I just go with it. So, to clarify the Ace of Swords, we have the number 30, which is making a choice. So, it's funny how the Ace of Swords, it looks like she's praying, right? So it's like trying to find clarity which direction to take. Which door does this person want to go through? Want to make sure they're making the right decision. To clarify the Ace of Pentacles, we have the number 33 for peaks of joy. Now, I'm just going to let you know that for a lot of people, the number 3 is very significant. And so we have 333 here. Okay. Just for some of you who who has to do with numerology. Okay. So peaks of joy, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. So she's down to earth, and she's trying to make this choice, or he or she is trying to make this choice. What's the best decision to take? Which is the best route that's nurturing for my soul, nurturing, and that's for my best interest, and is going to make me happy. Okay. And then to clarify the World card, we have the number 51, which breaks into the number 6, again breaks into the number 3. Okay, divide the 6 by 2, it's 2 3s, right? So there's some more 3s. Moonlight. So moonlight has to do with going with your intuition. And it's funny that the World card here, it looks like she's gazing into that crystal ball. And it's clarified by this beautiful big giant moon with moonlight. So again, to me, this is just someone who's trying to take a moment of pause, trying to reflect, go within, and just following their intuition on what's the next part of this journey. To represent the 2 of Wands, to clarify, we have the number 43, which breaks into the number 7. Details. Look how it has clarity. Clarity is very important with this, those that recognize this and resonate with this pile. So just taking that moment. This person hasn't ghosted you. It doesn't look like they're planning on breaking up. It just looks like they're taking a moment of pause. Maybe they need some time to themselves so they can actually think, what are they wanting to put into this? What, especially with the details cards, how can we, maybe they're feeling that there's a little bit of a rut here. Maybe it's gotten to where it's kind of stuck, the same old patterns, the same, just the same things that go on day by day. And maybe they're trying to figure out how to spice it up. For some of y'all, they're trying to decide, do they want to take this next step to the next level? Are they ready for that? And then we have the number 41, wishing well. The thing about the wishing well, for these cards, the Lenormand, whatever, I'm not going to say it. You know what kind of cards they are. So, with this, the wishing well has to do with more of, it's not just making a wish and walking away. A lot of people do, they just throw a coin in the well and make their wish and think it's going to happen. But that, with this deck, it more has to do with like the dice card, having good luck. But with the number 41, the wishing well, this talks about making that wish, not only wanting that to come true, but putting in the work to make it true. And then we have water. Conditions are at their peak. So this person is feeling extremely emotional right now. For some of you, I'm hearing they may have been triggered. Okay. Triggered has to do with, and that also has to do with taking a pause. Because when you get triggered, you're going to have to take what, that pain and that hurt, those feelings that you have that are at that peak, and realize, why am I reacting this way? Where does this pain actually come from? For me, lots of times, I'll be honest, I get triggered by Facebook. And if my significant other posts something on Facebook or makes a comment on Facebook, I have to step back and step away from Facebook. So I'm like, listen, Billy Joe, you really need to go inside and do some healing, because number one, he really didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. I don't never gripe at him because he's like perfect. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm kidding. He's perfect for me. But I'm just expressing, how we get triggered. And it has to do with our own things, fear of rejection, fear of being abandoned, fear of this person leaving us and breaking up with us, or us not being good enough for them, or whatever your fears are, and especially with this person here, their fears have been triggered, okay? They're emotional right now. They may not want to be emotional, and they're just trying to come down to earth and find more stability and figure out how to actively, physically be more involved, how to physically, what choices they want to make. They're at that crossroads. And their final card is the number 36, which breaks in the number 9. That's 333 again. Mend a broken heart fairy, healing from heartache. See, they are healing. They've been triggered. And it's not, as you know, it's every relationship, whether you're considered a high-level soulmate, a twin flame, a karmic, whatever your label is, all relationships are mirrors of ourselves. And we get triggered, whether that's a romantic, intimate relationship, or it's a friendship relationship, or if it's a co-worker relationship, whatever the relationship is, we get triggered because of mirrors in ourselves, okay? We oftentimes see things that we don't like. If we don't like it in someone else, it often represents that we don't like it in ourselves. So this is someone who's been triggered, and they're just taking a breather. They're just taking a breather, taking a rest, okay? So don't get beside yourself. Don't get too worried about it. Just step back and give them some space and allow them to breathe. And they'll come back to you as soon as they can. As soon as they're stabilized and they feel like they're grounded. Timepiece in divine timing. We hate that word, don't we? We hate those words. It's awful. They will come back. I really feel those that resonate with this pile, your person is going to come back, okay? So I hope this resonates. Thank you so much. I'm going to get moved on to those who pick pile 2. Hello, those of you who chose option number 2 with the Deviant Moon Tarot. Let's look and see, why is your person silent? What's going on? So we have the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Coins. This often represents being left out in the cold, being left out in the cold, feeling like not belonging. Then we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is someone who's no nonsense. She likes to get down to the truth of the matter. She oftentimes will cut people out of her life, people or situations. She don't put up with no bullshit. The Queen of Pentacles. So you got 2 queens here. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very grounded, very down to earth. She's also very generous, very giving. And then we have the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords represents, here they're leaving this shore that's just on fire, going to something more peaceful, okay? Leaving a bad situation. Okay, so let's get some clarifiers. For clarifiers, I have the Enchanted Map Tarot. And I also have some more cards, the Oracles of Shadow and Light, the Madame Endura's Fortune cards, and then the Gilded Reverie cards. I'm just going to say it like that. So to clarify, the 5 of Pentacles, we have the number 47, which is the Sacred Pool. And 4 plus 7 is the number 11. And the number 11, as we know, is a master number. So Sacred Pool has to do with reflections. So if it's signifying and clarifying the 5 of Pentacles, it's like this person is, you have this big eye here that's looking outwards. It has to do with, reflection and possibly looking at things, thinking about things that happened in the past. Maybe they've suffered a lot of relationships or family members, people who have kind of just abandoned them. Possibly, just left them out in the cold. When they needed them the most, it's like they just disappeared. And the Sacred Pool signifies they reflect on that. That's what they're thinking about. That is what's triggered with this person. We have the Queen of Swords here, who again denotes someone who's very an authoritative, dominant female. To clarify this dominant female, we have the number 17, Ghostlands, which breaks into the number 8. So Ghostlands. Wow, the thing about Ghostlands is it's a card representing nostalgia, looking back at things that's happened in the past, and also looking at things in the future, not really paying attention to the here and now. They're too busy. It's like that saying, you can't see the forest for the trees. And it's like they're not seeing things in the here and now. They're too busy in the past. And this has to do with the past and the future. Like, how I'm seeing it is they've possibly had this dominant person in their life. Maybe a mother figure, maybe a very important aunt, or a family member, a female family member. Maybe this was a wife or a significant other. It's someone that was important to them, that was very dominant. It was kind of controlling, and they just kind of cut him out of their lives. She just cut him and walked away. And with the Sacred Pool and the Ghostlands, it's like this person's reflecting like, oh shit, is this going to happen again? Is this, if I put this person first, is that, what happened in the past going to happen in the future, right? Then we have the Queen of Pentacles, someone who is grounded and down to earth, very generous. So, it's like the past is looking at the future and the future is looking at the past, and they're looking at each other, and it's like they're at war with each other, is how I'm seeing it in my mind. And you got this dominant female. They're both, queens are dominant females anyways. And it's like they're looking at each other. But where this one is drawing blood, this one is being generous. And to clarify the generous Queen of Pentacles, we have the number 20, which breaks in the number 2 for flying. Okay, so flying has to do, and it's a beautiful card, look at it. So the flying represents, when you have challenges and you have obstacles and you have doubts and you have fears, if you can just get up high enough above all that to where you can look down and see, oh, it's not as bad as I thought, then you can just get over your obstacles. And, well, not just as simple as that, but you can find the solutions to get through. And like, see this horse, this beautiful horse with wings, is over this maze. When we're in the maze, we can get lost in our doubts, in our fears, and we start to panic. But when we fly up ahead of it and we look down on it, then we can kind of just look, oh, I can see a way out. So they're trying to, when it's clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, it's like they're trying to see from a more realistic perspective. And they're trying not to be lost in their fears, okay? They're trying to see above their fear and not get lost in it, okay? And to clarify the Six of Swords, we have the number 12, which breaks into number 3, slow and steady. So this lets me know that, they're moving forward from their past. They are healing their past, but they're making very slow and steady progress. So this lets me know that they're going to get better. They're getting better. But it's going to be slow. And, if you plan on being with this person, you're going to have to be patient. And lots of times, especially divine feminines, if we're talking about a masculine or vice versa, lots of times we get, I hate telling anyone to wait, because you have to live your life. You have your own lessons. It's like if you wait for this person who's being like a turtle, life is going to pass you by. So it's your option. What is more fulfilling for you? Waiting, because slow and steady wins the race. Sometimes we want to give up, but the turtle, when he finally crosses that finish line, it's a magnificent, amazing win. So do you want to wait for that win? Or do you want to find your own win? So it's like, I'm not going to tell you to sit there and wait for this person, because it's going to be a long wait. It doesn't mean that it'll be a long wait before you hear from this person again. It just means to have something significant with this person in this pile. It's going to be a long wait. And we have the number 24. So the number 24 has to do with the heart, relationships, and love. So if you do put the weight in, this is the winning situation. This is their heart chakra open up. This is a beautiful, loving, healed, and healing romantic relationship. Number 24 breaks into number 6. Then we have Spider. Be meticulous and patient. There's that patience again. Thing about the Spider is they're very focused, and this person is really trying to have focus. They're trying to make sure they make the right choices, so they don't want this type of relationship again that was all fire and flames and constant bickering and fighting. See how it's on fire? They want peace. They want a peaceful relationship, and they really feel like they're going to have to put the time in to do that, which represents the Pentacles. So your person has to heal to be able to do that. And the final card of this is the number 1. It says, Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch. Count your blessings. So looky there. This is a relationship that will lead to blessings. And this person wants these blessings. But they are aware that they have healing. And if they let the Queen of Swords, the Swords in her moves very quickly. If they move too quickly, they're not going to get this Queen of Pentacles they want. They're not going to get this blessings and this romantic heart here. So they're having to take it slow. So sometimes if they have to step back, then, it's because they're healing. If you was trying to decide between option number 1 and option number 2, and you just kind of pull between two of them, you might want to take a look at that one too, okay? Because both situations seem to be of healing. This one is definitely going to bring about a romantic relationship and true love, because we do have the heart card. And to me, this is like the most, I love this. I love swans and ducks and things. This is just the most romantic card I've ever seen. I love it. So if this resonates with you, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get moved on to those that picked pile option number 3. Okay, those of you that picked pile option number 3, let's go ahead and look and see, why is your person silent? What's going on? So we have the 4 of Wands. So to me, the 4 of Wands is a union card for twin flames, high-level soulmates, coming into union, okay? This is trying to get that together, trying to come together. The Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is someone who's very loving, very giving, very motherly, very nurturing, someone who has all these amazing emotions. Then we have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is someone who they've put all this work in. They put all this work in, and they're taking a pause and reflecting to look at their work, and they're like, okay, is this manifesting the way I want it to? Is this going to bring me abundance? Is this going to bring the results that I'm wanting? Is the crop that I harvested going to produce the means to fulfill my needs and give me abundance and prosperity? And then we have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is a very, this is fire energy. So this is a very passionate knight. Someone who comes in, this is someone who's going to light your fire, spark that flame. So to clarify your cards, I have the Enchanted Map Oracle cards, the Oracle of Shadow and Light, the Madame Endura's fortune cards, and the Gilded Reverie. So, to clarify the Four of Wands, we have the number 50, breaks into number 5 for Compass. Compass has to do with trying to listen to your intuition and going for your highest good. You know, trying to go towards your highest potential, your highest, the best for your path in your journey. So when it clarifies the Four of Wands, which to me is a union card, you know, they're trying to stay high vibrational. They're trying to be optimistic about coming into union, about joining with you. To clarify the Queen of Cups, we have the number 39, which breaks into number 12, which again breaks into number 3. Protecting treasure. So, this person wants what's for their best, their highest good. Okay. This is probably someone who recognizes you as a significant person in their life, especially when we have the Four of Wands there and the Compass. But when it says protecting treasure, you have the Queen of, clarifying the Queen of Cups, which almost said the Queen of Hearts, because to me it's representing trying to protect what's your biggest treasure. That's your emotions, that's your heart, right? And just trying to protect themselves. And sometimes the Queen of Cups can be emotional, and this person may tend to be a little emotional sometimes. The King of Cups is someone who's mastered those emotions, but the Queen of Cups is someone who's very, she wears her heart on her sleeve. You know, very, very generous, very loving, very nurturing, but at the same time, can feel backlash easily. Okay. The Seven of Pentacles. To clarify the Seven of Pentacles, we have the number 28 for movement, which breaks into the number 10, which breaks into number 1, which is a new beginning. So movement to new beginnings. And with it clarifying that Seven of Pentacles, you know, it's trying to see, you know, this person is like, to me, they're trying to see, you know, when I come into union with this person, like, it's like they're trying to see if they come into union with you, are you going to be that person that's going to be their umbrella for their highest good? You know, y'all both put some work into it. Those that's going to resonate with this, it's like you've both put some work and some energy into this connection. And is it moving in the right direction? Am I, you know, are they going to trigger some emotional pain in me? Or is this for my best good? Is this going to, you know, what's going to bring me happiness and joy? Or is it going to bring the tears and the pain? So then we also have the Knight of Wands. To clarify the Knight of Wands, we have the number 29, which breaks into number 11, which is a master number for union, coming to life. So it's like for you, this person, you seem to spark their creativity. You're like a muse for this person, and you make them feel passionate, and you make them feel emotions. Maybe they haven't felt these emotions in quite a while. Maybe they've been sleepwalking with their emotions, and you woke them up, and it's like you ignited and sparked them into life, and you've helped them blossom. And sometimes, if you've never had that before, it can be terrifying. So this person, you probably just haven't heard from them. They're probably a little quiet because they're taking it all in. Okay, and from the Gilded Reverie card, we have the number 9, the beautiful bouquet of flowers. To me, when I see a bouquet of flowers, it represents romance. I mean, who doesn't love to receive flowers? I mean, that's my favorite thing in the world to get, is flowers. I love getting, you know, bouquets of flowers. And one of my best friends, Nan, I don't have a green thumb, but she does. And she's always planting these gorgeous flowers in her yard. And she's always bringing me them to work. And I never know when I walk in. Sometimes I have a vase full of flowers. Sometimes it's just picked flowers laying on my desk. And I always take a picture and put it on my Facebook. So I'm like, look what Nan brought me today. I get so excited. Like, I get more excited about flowers than I do about any kind of other gift. Any kind of gifts, like, because to me, I'm not good with flowers. I'm not good with planting things or making things grow. And I so appreciate when I see flowers and when I receive flowers, because it's something that I can't do for myself. And to me, when I see a card with flowers in it, it makes me so happy. And it's something that designates and Nan is not romantically involved with me. But she understands my heart. She understands I love flowers. And to me, when it comes to a romantic reading like this reading, while your person is silent, and it's just romance. It also sometimes, I do work in a hospital. So lots of times I see bouquets of flowers being delivered to those that are sick. So it also resonates healing. Okay. So this is a very loving, intimate, healing relationship. And then we have the shield. You are safe from harm. Again, that has to do with, it reminds me of this umbrella here. They want to give you these flowers. They want to romance you. And maybe you romance them. And it's just bringing out all these emotions. And this energy is making me emotional. And it gives them pause. Like, I'm falling too fast is what I'm feeling, for this energy. I'm falling too fast. And then the last card we have is number 18, which breaks to number 9. Violet Duchess is a stifled, bored, and stuck. But what I'm getting from this is that your person doesn't want to be stuck. They don't, especially with this Knight of Wands here, this passionate card. That's an actively moving knight. So I really think out of all three of the piles, I think this is the fastest moving. I think that you're gonna hear from your person really quickly, quicker than you think, and realize that it really wasn't nothing. The fact that you haven't heard your person, you may be, having doubts and being like, oh my God, maybe you're sending them text messages or controlling yourself. I'm not very good at that. I'm not good at controlling my own impulses like that. My Divine Masculine will receive hundreds of text messages from me any given day. But you may be holding back, who knows? Or you may be like me and sending lots of these text messages like, wow, I haven't gotten one back, or oh my God, they haven't called me in a day or two, or whatever's going on with you. Don't fret. This is going to come really quickly. Come back. Pile number 1 was kind of, I was going to hear from them pretty soon, but not as fast as this one. This one is going to happen very quickly, and you're going to feel kind of, I hate saying it, but you might probably feel pretty silly, with being worried. So I hope this resonates. Thank you so much for watching. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.